I heard you want to go to Egypt, go snorkeling, horseback riding, see the pyramids. Keep on watching because I'm going to give you a full price breakdown of everything we did, how much it cost, and things you should avoid. Usual path that people take when they go to Egypt, they go to Aswan, Luxor, and then Hurghada, and then Cairo, and they leave from Cairo. We decided to not go to Aswan just because we had a limited time in Egypt, so we went to Luxor first. It was a culture shock. We realized nobody speaks English. And like, I know that's like a given. Okay, you're going to another country where Arabic is the first language. Obviously, nobody speaks English, but everywhere else that I've traveled to in the world, usually you can find people that speak English, but here, nobody speaks English. Like, I would recommend you guys get a guide if you go to Egypt. You are gonna be lost.
Hello? Haro? Bachi Benihana Teriyaki.
Luxor does not have any ride shares. They don't have Uber, Lyft, or anything. So the average round trip taxi was like 25 to 30 euros. 25 to 30 euros. And we were appalled by this, but this is the norm. Luxor was very expensive, guys. And I think because it's a tourist town, they up the prices on everything. Make sure to bring some cash to Luxor, okay? So once we got to the hotel in Luxor, we were shook, you guys. We got catfished. Honestly, it looked good online, but when we got there, you guys, when we got there, it was a shock.
I'm having a fucking panic attack right now. I need to calm the fuck down.
We didn't see any other tourists at the hotel. The blankets were very, very old. My mom was with us, but she was over us because she felt like we were being drama queens. But when I tell you guys, if you are going to Luxor, I would recommend you stay at the Hotel Spleinberg. That is on the Nile River. It's a 5-star hotel. Most Western tourists stay here. It is very clean. We went there for like all of our meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We ended up cutting our trip in Luxor short. We only stayed there for a night, and then we booked an extra day in Hurghada. In Luxor, because we were only there for one day, we weren't able to do much. The only place we went to was the Karnak Temple, and all my footage from there got deleted. The Karnak Temple is a religious temple that was built like 2,000 years ago. The ancient Egyptians worshipped the god Amun. It was a religious center to worship Amun. Entry to the Karnak Temple cost me 3 euros. The regular price, I believe, is around 7 euros. One thing that you guys should do when you go to Egypt, make sure to bring your student card. I had it on my phone and that worked. They accepted that, but make sure to bring your student card because a lot of these historical places have student discounts. The next morning, we went on the hot air balloons. This is what Luxor is most known for. This cost us $60 US. We booked this through the hotel. We woke up at 4 a.m. Car picked us up, all the tourists in Luxor basically.
And it's currently, what time is it? 5:20.
Ride was around like 30-40 minutes, I believe. Highly recommend to anybody going to Luxor to make sure to go on the hot air balloons. Right after the hot air balloon, we got out of Luxor and made our way to Hurghada.
Guys, we are inshallah meant to go to Hurghada today.
We got a driver. This cost us 160 euros. It was a 4.5 hour drive. In the middle, we made a pit stop, got some snacks.
Welcome to Dubai. Show them the vibes right now. Show them the vibes. Okay, show them the vibes. Let's keep walking here. This is our villa. Just right here, we just got some farmland. They're just growing some mangoes and fresh like oranges, so we can have fresh orange juice in the morning. This is the new closet that they provided us.
I think this is my favorite. This bowl right here.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually good. And then by the sea, that would be really cute. We're so grateful, alhamdulillah, there's so many clothes for us. This is really setting the vibes.
When going to the Red Sea in Egypt, the main two towns that people go to is Hurghada or Sharm el-Sheikh. So we went to Hurghada just because it was close to Luxor and it was down that path. So in Hurghada, we stayed at the Hilton Hurghada Hotel. Initially, we were supposed to stay in a deluxe room, which included 1 king bed and 1 bathroom. Once we got to the hotel, they actually upgraded our room and they gave us like a family room, which included a living room with a long couch, separate entrance to the bedroom, and then 2 bathrooms. So this room is valued around $430.
'Cause I am with you. You are my sunlight. You are my moonlight. In every way. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, ah.
This hotel is actually a resort. It includes an all-inclusive option. We only got the option where breakfast was included because we didn't feel like we needed the all-inclusive.
Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors.
While staying at the hotel, we did do laundry, and honestly, I don't know why, but I just assumed, oh, the laundry would be free.
You are really dumb.
The laundry ended up costing us this much. Was not prepared for that bill. I would have kept my dirty clothes and washed it when we got to Cairo. So in terms of activities, we booked all of our activities through the hotel. We did 3 things. The first thing that we did was go horseback riding. Then the next day we went snorkeling, and then the next day we went to a desert day. This package cost $141, which was a steal. For the horseback riding, the car picked us up from the hotel around 3 p.m. Horseback riding was from 3 to 7. Once we got to the stables, the stable owner gave us a tour of the stables. He was a very nice guy. He told us about the animals. It was very educational.
Oh my god, she's so soft.
Yes.
She's so soft. Touch her. She's so soft.
Naomi, she's the most expensive horse here.
Oh my god, the most expensive horse here?
Yes. Can you get him? Wow. Just costs 40,000 euros.
40,000 euros.
Once we got on the horses, this is when everything started to go downhill. The 2 guides that took us on a ride, they both did not speak a lick of English. This later proved to be a problem. We made our way to the Red Sea. We spent a couple minutes in the Red Sea with the horses, and then we made our way back. Honestly, I would tell you to do the horseback riding at your own risk. It was very dangerous. There was multiple times where we felt like we were gonna fall off the horses. The horses were going so fast, and our guides were telling them to go faster, and we would ask them, please slow down, but because they didn't speak English, they didn't understand, and they were kind of just laughing with us, thinking it's funny, but it was not funny.
Can I put my hijab on?
I didn't even realize until after that we weren't even wearing helmets as well. You guys won't even believe what happened. I lost my phone and my sister's phone. The whole time my phone and my sister's phone were in my fanny pack, and because we were going so fast, we kept like going up and down, and slowly by slowly my zipper on my fanny pack kept like coming off, but I just kept zipping it all the way back. Then there was one point where literally I had no time to think about anything except for my life, because it was actually that scary. I wasn't focused on my fanny pack until we were going, and then the people in front of us, one of their phones fell. So then I decided, oh my god, like let me look inside my fanny pack to see if my phone's still there. Why do I look inside? And not only my phone is not there, my sister's phone's not there, my Carmex, my lotion, everything in the fanny pack was gone. Me and the tour guide or whatever, one of the guides, we went together on our horses to go searching. It's nighttime, so we were searching with his flashlight. We only had his flashlight, and we're searching through the sand, everything. We're tracing our steps all the way back. We couldn't find anything. So then at that point we went back to the hotel, and then we came back with our big lights to search through the night. So we searched for like an hour, tracing back all the steps through the path. We couldn't find anything, and then we decided, okay, like we have to call in the night. So we just went back home. Until now the phones are gone. Thank god, like all of our stuff's on iCloud, so everything's backed up, and you know, a phone can always be replaced. Alhamdulillah, like we still have our lives, we're healthy. Sad in the moment, but it's not something that I'm gonna let ruin my trip. The next day, although I was still bummed out that we were phoneless, the trip was not over. Like, the trip just started. We went snorkeling the next day, and this was honestly the most fun day of the trip. The snorkeling day started at 9 a.m. The boat picked us up from the hotel beach, and then we took an hour ride to our first snorkeling destination, which we spent 30 minutes snorkeling.
When we're floating, I got nothing on my shoulders. Wait a minute, I just gotta take a deep breath, and we'll dive in the deep end.
We got back on the boat and then went to the next destination, which was another 30 minutes of snorkeling.
I follow you down to the ocean. I'm making you drown in emotion. We should go underwater, take a long way.
And then we had some lunch, and then we went to a private beach called Hurghada Island.
I can feel it everywhere. Every color seems to bloom, and there's
around like 2 hours. We swam in the Red Sea, and then we took another 1.5-hour boat ride back to the hotel. The next day was the desert day. This was our last day in Hurghada.
We are going to the desert. Inshallah, it'll be fun.
The desert was called Badawiya, and this is basically Bedouin in Arabic. So the Bedouin people are people that originated in the Arabian Peninsula, and Badawiya translates to desert dweller, so they're basically desert people. So once we got to the desert, we signed some waivers, and they took us on a 20-minute ride into the desert.
Desert vibes. We out here.
This is where we got some traditional tea, and then they told us more facts about the Bedouin people.
The Bedouin people aren't Egyptian people, and the Egyptian people aren't Bedouin people. We are not same. The Bedouin people are Arabic people. They came from Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Yemen, Palestine, and Libya. 1,000 years ago. In Egypt, they live in 3 deserts: Eastern Desert and Western Desert and Sinai Desert. 90% are Muslim people. 10% are Christian people, and they live in St. Catherine and Sinai Desert.
When it comes to marriage, if a Bedouin man wants to marry a girl, he cannot touch, speak, talk to the girl in any type of way. He goes straight to her father. Father then does a background check and then lets the daughter know. How the daughter decides is basically she will make some tea, and then she'll either put sugar in the tea or no sugar. So if there's no sugar in the tea, that means she does not want to marry him. And if there's sugar in the tea, that means the daughter does want to marry him. When they do get married, the man has to give camels to the family. The amount of camels depends on how pretty the girl is, her beauty. And her beauty is not measured by like her physical appearance, it's measured by her family status.
If we get married, I will give to her father camels.
How many camel?
As she beautiful.
How many camel?
If she is beautiful girl from the royal family, like 10,
100 camel?
15, 50 camel if I have. If she is so, like 1 camel.
That's crazy.
100 camel. Yes.
You are rich people.
Whether you
Somalia.
are rich or not, you have to pay 100 camel.
Really?
Yes.
Not sure it's
مش
better
عندنا
on
نعرف
the
شنو
science.
No.
So
أنا وين
everything
أنا.
here they use it from the
أنا
nature.
الدقيقة
These plants and herbs.
In terms of water, basically how the Bedouin people find water, they will make a camel thirsty for 1 month, and then for a few days they'll let the camel go out into the desert, and they'll wait for the camel to sit down on an area with weedy grass, and that's how they know there's water there.
About to ride some camels in the desert. No face, no case. You know what? I hope these jeans stretch enough for me to get up on the camel.
After the camel ride, we went to a bazaar where they were selling spices and medicines that Bedouin people use.
They use this one, first one for decoration, because it have a good smell, and also for pregnant woman, because here they born as a baby natural. Camel milk with coconut oil. Okay? Because it's for smell. This one is for dark skin in the body, for sunburn, for.
Amran, this one's for you.
This one called Hargal. It's for breathing problem and asthma and coughing and bronch cold. Who's smoking a lot also and wants to clean his chest, drink like this. This one called Bardaosh. This one is for losing weight and burning fat. That's okay.
Jenny Craig.
This one called Marmaria. This one which you drink it with the tea. Over there, okay? This one is for stress and cool stress, and also for when it's sleeping well and wanna sleep good.
And a Bedouin lady made us some bread.
Water, flour, a little bit salt. It's all. And here under this grill, she makes the fire with this.
We saw their mosque, and then we took a 20-minute ride back to the main area.
It's our holy book for Muslim people.
on ATVs, spider bikes, had dinner, and watched the show.
We're gonna clip it. 1, 2, 3, cheese.
Finished the desert day. Was that good, guys? What did you enjoy the most? Oh, the food? Who's she lying to? Who's she lying to right now? The meal's not that good, but the desert was lit. Huh? Why? He's not even near us. They're scared of this cat that is not even near us. I think my favorite was the camel.
That was 2-second ride?
That 2-second ride? Although it was 2 seconds, it was fun. So right now they're gonna start the dancing show. We actually wanted to go home because we're tired and we have a flight in the morning, but the Uber is not coming and they can't keep canceling on us, so we have to stay for this show. I did not mean for my mom to see this, guys. She's so disappointed in me right now, like, she's so disappointed. Her eyes are closed and her head's down. Well, hey, I'm sorry. Stop a lot is what I'm trying to do.
So the next morning is when we left Hurghada, and honestly, we were all so excited to leave Hurghada just because it was a lot of problems that went down. So we left Hurghada without our phones, and a week later, that is when my phone's location updated, and it showed that it was in a completely different city, an hour away from Hurghada. I know this is a jump scare, but as I'm editing this, I realized I didn't really fully explain the whole phone aftermath. After we left Egypt, our Find My iPhones pinged and we found the location. On the same street we were horseback riding, the location of our phones were still there, and it was at a Vodafone. So I called the owner of the stables and I asked him if he can go to the Vodafone and go like find out who's trying to sell our phones or something. So he went to the Vodafone, and then the Vodafone people told him, oh, like, we don't have the phone, but we know who has it. Like, the people in the community, they all know who has it. So he went to the family of the person allegedly who has the phone, and they denied it. He asked the person that has the phone and he denied it, but everybody in the community said 90% this guy has both of the phones, but he just didn't want to admit it. And I was like, can you offer him money? Like, I'll already pay him to get it back. Just offer him some money, like, or something. He continued to deny. The stable owner told me that if he admits to having the phones, then the whole community is going to see him as a thief. He's not ever going to say that he actually took the phone. A couple days after that, we find the phone ping again, and it's in another city, a couple hours away from the city that we were in. And it kept moving, like, further away from the city. So at that point, I'm like, it's gone. And the city is like far from Cairo. My family lives in Cairo. They're not gonna go on a freaking mission to go searching for the phone. So that was the whole aftermath. You want to know the craziest thing? A month later, after we came back to Canada, this random number contacted us, and turns out there was another group of tourists that came after us like a month later, and they lost their phones. So for some reason, the owner of the stables gave our phone number to them as if like we're gonna help them. So they messaged us talking about, oh, like, I heard you guys lost your phones, like, how were you able to find it? And we told them, like, baby girl, we never found them, say goodbye. So there's a whole business going on in Hurghada. I know there's a whole ring of thieves that are just collecting these tourist phones when they get off these horses. Let me find out.
Bye, Hurghada. I lost everything here.
Literally.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صدق الله العظيم